We're here at the 404 Day Block Party at Monday Night Garage with Peter and Brandon of the 404 Fund. And I'm excited to share more with you about this brand new fund. Peter, tell us a little bit about what inspired the 404 Fund.
That's a really good question. I think there's a lot of inspiration when it comes to the city of Atlanta, but I'd say about a year ago, Brandon and I linked up over some different projects and ideas, and he had been doing great work already within the city around the 404 Collective, the different members in that, and we had kind of come to this agreement that we were trying to figure out what else we could do with the 51 other weeks of the year. So from there, we kind of started working, putting our heads down, figuring out how we can make this come a thing, but ultimately the inspiration was natural, and the root of it was all just trying to find a way to give back to our city that we love dearly.
Brandon, talk a little more about the collaboration at the heart of the 404 Fund.
Yeah, you know, as Mayor Dickens always says, Atlanta's a group project, and this has very much been a group project. When Peter and I first started working together, one of the first things we did was bring in members of the 404 Collective. It's a group of black-owned businesses that have been working together with myself, Butter ATL, Atlanta Influences Everything, the Trap Music Museum, and Finish First for the last few years to help pull off things like 404 Day. And so it was just a natural extension to bring them in and make sure that they were involved, as well as some other key civic and community members. And so again, the heart of this is all collaboration. It's about making sure we have the right people at the table that really understand, as I always say, the people that kind of fall in between the cracks sometimes. A lot of times, you know, it's very, you know, especially for Butter, we always try to be very intentional about finding people that are doing the work that sometimes get missed out on. And so, you know, by bringing in the right group of people to help us in the advisory board, it just allows us to really make this, the fund and all the work we're doing really have a deeper impact around Atlanta and the community.
So, Peter, I'll start with you. We'll get both of you on this one. What do you hope to accomplish with the 404 Fund? What are we setting out to do here?
It's a really good question. I think at times my dreams can go a little further past reality, but I think at the core of what we're trying to do, we're trying to create a group of mobilizers that will draw attention, as well as hopefully bring in not just attention, but also resources to then go supply and empower the different organizers within our community in different sectors that we know Atlanta needs help in. So ultimately, I mean, that's kind of how I think about it as of right now, but at some point, I hope that this turns into, as Brandon said, a group project where everyone feels included, because this city requires everyone working on it at all times. I know that, as Brandon always says, Atlanta's chief export is culture, but we need to start importing resources and care and trust and really support. So ultimately, we hope to be that beacon.
Brandon, what do you say about that impact you're hoping to have with the 404 Fund?
Yeah, you know, it's all about making a difference. Again, you know, we've been able to build with brands like Butter and the rest of the guys in the collective. It's just, we're kind of doing the work on a day-to-day basis. And so, you know, but again, as I always say, you know, great content requires a business plan, and also the same thing with making an impact requires a business plan and support and funding. And so this is a natural extension of 404 Day. It'll allow us to do things like Peter said, the other 51 weeks of the year, make impacts in different parts of the Atlanta community, and again, just, you know, kind of shine light on some of the areas that get missed, but that we see because we're doing the work on a daily basis.
We're here tonight in the garage for the kickoff and announcement of the Atlanta 404 Lager. So beyond just drinking beer, Peter, how can people get involved in helping support the goals of the 404 Fund?
Well, I mean, ultimately, the beer is a great place to start. Monday Night Brewing has dedicated 4.04% of the money that we get from this beer back to the fund. But really from there, anyone can find ways. It doesn't require just money. If anything, it requires effort and attention. So really what I want to see people is to understand that there are people that are doing this already. I know everyone really actually wants to do good by the city. They just don't always know where to go. So we're going to be that place. We're going to be that safe landing place where they can listen, they can learn, and if they want to, they can give back with their effort or with their resources.
I'm just happy to be here, man.
Well, with that, let's raise a glass to the future of Atlanta. Cheers.